The Great Ant Adventure Cherries Ant. One fine afternoon, a fancy dining table was loaded with delicious food. Suddenly, out of nowhere, came a tiny but mighty ant. She started climbing up the side of the glass, her little legs slipping like someone trying to run on ice. Halfway up, she lost her grip and splat. Down she went. But this wasn't just any ant. Oh no, this was a motivational speaker in ant form. She dusted herself off and said, "I didn't come this far just to quit at the juice." So she tried again. Finally, with one heroic leap worthy of an action movie, she landed right on the straw like it was her personal elevator to glory. From there, she spotted her dream. That juicy red cherry. Her eyes sparkled like, "Oh yeah, that's dinner." She jumped from the straw straight onto the cherry. She bonked right into the cherry and bounced off it, landing with a plop on an ice cube. Now she was surfing like a pro, floating around the juice like a tiny bug-sized ship captain. But our ant was unstoppable, this time landing perfectly on the cherry. With one powerful shove, she pushed the cherry right out of the glass. And our ant slid down the glass like a tiny superhero, making a dramatic exit. At last, she reached her prize. She stood beside the cherry like a conqueror and took a big, victorious bite. One sunny day, a little caterpillar was climbing up a big green leaf, minding her own business. Suddenly, boing, the leaf bent down, and before she knew it, she went flying through the air like a tiny superhero. Wee thud! She landed far, far away. A little later, a slow and squishy snail crawled onto the same leaf. But guess what? Hiding behind the stem was a naughty grasshopper. He was pushing the leaf down with his leg and letting it go, boing, just to watch everyone go flying. He thought it was the funniest thing ever. Hee hee, leaf launch time, he giggled. Then two little bugs showed up. The grasshopper grinned and, boing, sent them zooming through the air too. But this time, the bugs were not laughing. Oh no, they were mad. The bugs came back with a plan. "Let's show that jumpy jerk how it feels," they whispered. They grabbed the plant, bent it way down, and while the grasshopper was sitting on top, they let go. Sprowing. The grasshopper flew so high he saw clouds. He landed right in the middle of a herd of cows and swatted him with her tail. Whack! Straight into a big, squishy pile of cow poop. And that's how the mischievous grasshopper learned a very stinky lesson.
One sunny day, a bunch of happy honeybees were buzzing around, sipping nectar like it was their morning coffee. Everything was perfect, until bam! A loud noise exploded through the air. All the bees froze mid-buzz. Who turned on a jet engine? Buzzed one. "It's that noisy factory," yelled another. So, the bees packed up their hive, like little movers with wings, and zoomed off to find some peace and quiet. They landed near a road. But then came honk, beep, screech. "Oh great," said the queen bee. "Now it's car horn city." Back into the air they went, hive and all, like tiny construction workers on a mission. Next stop, a golf course. Green, calm, perfect. Until, whack! A golf ball smacked right into their hive. "For," yelled a golfer. "More like no," yelled the bees. So once again, the bees took off. It was nighttime now, and as they hovered under the glowing moon, one bee gasped. "Wait a sec. The moon looks quiet." The queen rubbed her chin. Brilliant. No factories, no cars, no golf balls. So the next morning, the bees buzzed across France, stopping for croissants, obviously, zipped over America, and landed right on top of a rocket ready to go to the moon. 3, 2, 1. Blast off. The rocket shot into space with a bunch of dizzy bees shouting. Finally, a neighborhood with zero noise. And that's how the first beehive on the moon was built, where the only sound is buzzing and the occasional astronaut saying, Houston, we've got bees."
Near a dustbin, a lot of flies used to live. One day, a bug came there and started teasing the flies. This made the flies very angry, so they began chasing the bug. On the way, the bug reached another dustbin and started teasing the flies there too. Those flies also got angry and joined the chase. Then the bug went to a third place and teased another group of flies, so now a huge number of flies were chasing him. To escape, the bug suddenly changed direction and ran into a beehive to trick the flies. The flies followed him inside the beehive, but the bug managed to escape and came out safely. Feeling proud, he went off to bother a snail next. But when the bug looked back, he was shocked. Not only were the flies still chasing him, but now the bees were also coming after him to take revenge. The situation became a big problem for the bug.
One day, a group of ants stole a cell phone from the beach and tried to carry it back to their home. While taking it inside, the phone got stuck at the entrance. Somehow, they managed to pull it into their nest and placed it in one spot inside. All the ants gathered around and stared at the phone. Suddenly, a call came in, and the phone started ringing. The ants loved the sound of the ringtone and stood there listening happily. As soon as the call disconnected, the ringtone stopped, and the ants went back to their work. The next day, whenever a call came, all the ants would immediately stop their work and run toward the phone. After the call ended, they would return to their tasks. This kept happening again and again. But after a few days, the phone's battery died and the phone turned off. When the ants realized it no longer made any sound, they picked it up and threw it into the junk storage room.